Well, a tremendous effort tonight, Gary, from your team, but it just wasn't to be, was it?
No, it was a game that we were looking forward to, no doubt about that, playing against a Mansfield Town side which has done very well this year, certainly in the last 3 or 4 months, you know, in respect of that they've been a lot more consistent. They came here tonight with 9 wins in the last 10, so it was certainly going to be a big test for us, and you know, a test what we were going to look forward to. So, you know, I thought we started very brightly. I thought that you know, we moved the ball around well and played some very, very good football at times. There's no doubt about that. Created good chances. And you know, it was certainly the same at the other end. Then I had opportunities as well, even though I thought we had the better of the first 30 odd minutes at that time of the game. But you know, there was nothing between the two sides, and you know, I know we can always turn around and moan and complain about referees, but you know, he's made a big decision tonight. He knows that, there's no doubt about it. The ball's come into the box there, and it's hit the 6-yard box where their lad has jumped in front of goalkeeper Seb Brown. No, he hasn't touched it. I ain't got no complaints in respect of that he hasn't touched the ball, but I've got a complaint that he's interfering with play. His head movement and trying to line the ball in another direction made the goalkeeper go that way where he's missed the ball, but he's in the 6-yard box, 6-7 yards out, and if they ain't interfering with play in front of the goalkeeper, I'm not talking about over the other side, it amazed me. All credit to the assistant. He flagged, there's no doubt about that, he flagged, and the referee went and had a word with him, and what the referee has said to Mark Ricketts, captain of the team, he disclosed to Mark Ricketts that he gave the goal because their player did not touch the ball. Now, what I'm basically turning around and saying is, if you're standing in front of the goalkeeper 6-7 yards out and you make an attempt to touch that ball, one, you've got to be interfering with play by trying to turn around and you know, seek an advantage, and two, at the end of the day, you're interfering with play even more so in front of the line of the goalkeeper. So, big decision he's made in the first half, 1-0 to them at half time, and we still believe that we could get back in the game, and I thought they started brighter in the second half, Mansfield, and we were a little bit fortunate at times to hang in there, but all of a sudden we come through that little spell. Kevin Betsy's got a great opportunity, gone round a player in the penalty area. You know, I think that, you know, as you say, you can see things, and I think everybody was amazed. Everybody was amazed he didn't give a penalty, and I could see their players, 1 or 2 of them, like holding their hands in their head as if to turn around and say, like, you know, look what happened. But he didn't give it. You know, he didn't give it. He then had to give a penalty in the end. You know, we were on top. We got a penalty. Bradley Bubbs equalised. All credit to Mansfield, really. I felt that they went on again, and they show why they, you know, they're there or thereabouts at the end of the day, and they've got the goal late or midway through the second half. I felt that we, from the corner, looked like we were very, very deep. He looks like he's put the ball in the back of the net in our 6-yard box. Till you see it on a DVD, you can turn around and say one thing or another, or think this and think that. We'll have a look at that. But you know, we haven't disgraced ourselves. I'll say, probably a little bit frustrated tonight that we haven't got something out of the match. But you know, they're going to be there or thereabouts. There's no doubt about that. But you know, to be going in the top 10, still with 12 to play. Tremendous achievement. It was an opportunity for tonight to us to jump to the dizzy heights of 7th if we'd have got a result, but not to be, and you know, we keep going, and like I say, overall pleased, but like I say, nothing out of the match tonight.
And you must take a great deal of heart, Gary, from the fact that, particularly in the first half, you know, your team more than matched Mansfield, whereas in fact, you know, when we played Mansfield away, really in the first half, they, I don't know about being all over us, but they were very, very dominant, whereas today it just shows how that your team has grown in confidence, that they feel they can compete against teams that are in the playoff spots. Yeah,
I think that, you know, the league has changed. I think over, you know, probably the last 2 or 3 months, we've started to realise that, you know, against some of what I'd call, with the greatest respect, bigger clubs away from home, you know, you probably give a little bit too much respect. And I think we've probably done that at Mansfield, we've probably done that at Wrexham, we've probably done that at Grimsby and places like that earlier in the season. But, you know, I think that we haven't turned around now and realised and started got that belief that, you know, we are a good match inside now. If we work very hard, you know, I'm not turning around and saying we're always going to get the result, but, you know, the way we're working as a club on and off the field in respect of trying to put things together to give us hopefully more strength in depth and hopefully going forward, look, we're a good match for any club.
And as you say, Gary, when you look at your bench tonight, it was a bit thin on the ground really in terms of resources. You really are stretched at the moment, aren't you?
Yeah, we are stretched, you know, there's no secret about that. You know, you look at the bench tonight, and no disrespect to the young lads who are on there, like, you know, tonight in any way or form, you know, you've got a situation that we have got, you know, a small squad at the club, we've got injuries, there's no secret about that, but, you know, excuse me, I don't want to be, you know, be turning around and making excuses and naming this and naming that, but you know, hopefully that we get players back over the next week or so. We've got 12 games to go, we still want to get as many points as we can, and I'll say then we'll look back over the course of the 46 games as a reflection. But you know, standing talking to you now, like, you know, first week in March, and saying that we're up there in the top 10 is a tremendous achievement by everybody at the club in every way or form, and certainly the players deserve a great deal of credit for what they've turned around and worked and achieved.
And next up is Cambridge United, who are having very much an in and out season, aren't they?
I think probably by their standards they've underachieved. I think that, you know, at the start of the season they had a management team in charge which went out and signed every young player that was available in the country, well, they could get hold of. But you know, that was their choice, don't get me wrong, but I don't think it paid dividends, and they've had a change around, and I think they're probably, you know, having a new look at the structure probably going forward, where I see certain things now, and I'm sure that will come good between now and the end of this season, if not for next season. So they know what they're doing, that's their club. Of course, I'm interested in our club, and we know it's going to be a tough game on Saturday. It was a tough game down at Kingfield when we played them. We got the result that night, and we know we're in for a tough game again, but you know, we look forward to it, I'm sure.
Lovely, thank you very much, Gary.
Cheers.